Hello, beautiful people. Well, it's nighttime and spring is upon us, so you know what that means. Nighttime walkies with tidbits of me and sharing my stories, sharing my ideas, sharing my thoughts, occasionally sharing my face. And I've been noticeably absent from YouTube. I've had some personal things going on in my life and I've had to protect myself. So I have avoided putting new things out there. I don't want to cause confusion. I don't want to complicate problems. I don't want to let it get to me. So I censored myself like I have been doing my entire life. But I'm not gone. I just needed some time to get things under control. And what it did is it taught me a lot. It taught me a lot of things that I didn't know I knew. Maybe it's the ADHD recall thing, but you ever say something and then after it comes out of your mouth, realize how important that thing you just said was? That's what happens to me a lot. I like to talk to people about what they go through because more often than not, I find myself giving me advice. Recently, I had a big one. We all know that we want to tell our stories. We want to voice it. We want to have someone know what we went through and how we suffer and how we hurt. That it's not normal. That there's a reason. There's a reason we act the way we act and react the way we react. There's a reason we're terrible at receiving gifts. There's a reason we have a tendency to be sick, isolated, lonely, self-doubting. We want to tell our stories. We want to tell anyone who will listen sometimes. And sometimes we just want to keep it to ourselves and pretend it never happened. But when we do that, we still tell the story. We just tell it to ourselves over and over and over again in our brain, reliving it, re-feeling it. And sometimes with small troubles that will help. You can get used to the feeling that story gives you and move on from it. But a lot of the times, our stories are not something you just move on from. They change you fundamentally. They change how you are, who you are. They change what you are. And these are the dangerous stories. The one that keep us locked in a victim mindset. The ones that keep us saying the horrible things that we think about ourselves. We verbalize them, and in a way, we make them more real. But growing up, when you would have a story with a conflict, and the conflict would end, you would find that there was a moral to the story. Don't count your chickens before they're hatched. Don't judge a book by its cover. Honesty is the best policy. You know, the oldies but goodies. I challenge you in all your life's problems, big and small, the day-to-day problems, and the lifelong troubles. Tell your story if you have to. But then, look for the moral of your story. What was this experience teaching? Was it strength, perseverance, kindness, generosity, honesty, love, friendship, hope, dreams, wishes, believing? What was the moral of your story? If you can find the moral of your story, then you can understand why it may have happened, or if not, it can give you a starting point where you realize how you have grown from it, how you have become a better person in spite of it, how you have learned from it. Don't let your stories play on repeat like a happy death day of your own personal life, replaying over and over again. Find the moral of your story. It's the only part you really need to remember. I love you all, unconditionally and always.